Hello and welcome back to Minecraft, where we are still building this mob spawner. And yes, I have added, off of camera, I have added a few things, um, small adjustments. I've just added in these light things here. So what they are. Oh, I haven't. Ah. I've got to run all the way back now. Oh, no, I don't. It's all right. Well, how you make them is you just go into you know what I mean. I'll get there in the end. Yeah. So what I've done is I've changed in the wall. I've just dug out in the wall and put these lights in, the redstone lights. So I don't have to put torches around, which is really good. Yeah. So that's what I've done. I've put torches in there. Well, the lights. I've put lights in there. So now, when in the future, if I've got to go back in there to sort anything out, if mobs get stuck, then I can just come here and switch that lever, and all the lights will turn off. That's what I done off camera. If you want me to show you how to do the lights, um, I don't mind. I'll go on to my test world, and I'll show you how to put in these lights. But obviously you'll probably already know how to put lights in, so that's why I didn't think it would be any good me showing you how to put lights in, because it's basically redstone lights and then just basically a switch going to it, which oh, and obviously this hole that I've just dug. And this hole will sort of like come in use later on. Yes, what's going to happen is this one here is going to have an alarm system. So we're going to run an alarm system into the floor here. So when you have enough mobs in the drop shoot thing, what's going to happen is it's going to send a signal all the way down to here, and it's going to send an alarm off, so we'll know that there's the right amount in there. So let's get cracking and get on with it. Right, cool. So on the last episode, I showed you how to do the canal bits. You know what I mean? I showed you how to do that. And now what we have to do now is we have to extend the water flow, because it's got to end up all the way here. Yes, so the water's got to go there. So we do need to stretch that water. So it's got to come all the way over here. And obviously we want them to drop down here. It's not really that high for them to drop. So what we'll have to do is, when we make the contraption things over here, because we've got to do a timer as well. So we'll set the timer for a bit longer, so it crushes them a bit longer, because they're going to have a bit more life. So yeah, that's what we'll do. And from here, we're going to have glass. So yep, I've got glass. So from here we'll have glass. So it's going to look really nice. So we can it's not going to look nice, but we can see the actual mobs coming along. So if I do this, make it look nice. So yeah, so as soon as like a mob will come in, at least then we can see the mob coming in, and we know that they're coming through. So that's one good thing. So let's just cover this up. And I forgot to say to you, people watching, get it right, Goku, that when you make the canal bit where they come through, when they get up to the top of your canal bit, it has to be sort of like a 2-block gap. If it's 3 gap, then they sort of like tend to sort of like stay in one position and just keep jumping. So if it's 2, then they'll just keep it's smooth. They'll sort of like jump along. So yeah, just make sure you do it sort of too wide, just to be on the safe side. And here we go. This is like just decorative sort of thing. Make it look a little bit nice. So yeah, that's that. This is where they're going to drop down into. So we want to make that one there. Yeah, that's okay. So they're going to drop down there, which is cool. That's what we want. So this water here is going to rush all the way to the end, and it should stop. I'm hoping it does stop. So I've got water. Yes, I have. So here we go. Oh, and how you do the water thing? So you've got your water running down here. You've got your water running down. So it stopped there. If it stops and you want to extend the water, what you do is you place. I think I showed you already, but anyway, I'll show you again. You place a sign just above where the water's just ended, and then you place one in front of where the water has just ended, and then you get your bucket of water and you place it there. And then what happens is it pushes you all the way along, and then you should drop down. There we go. So that's what happens now. So as soon as they get in there, they'll be pushed all the way along down here, and they'll drop on this bit here. And that's what we need. So, and now all we do is just leave it like that. So now when they come down, they'll come down here. Let's fill that bit in. So it gives you an example of what it looks like. So yeah, they'll come down, land in here, land on the pressure plate. That'll send a signal off to this thing over here, which turns on, which is going to turn on an alarm bell to say that there's, I don't know, 10, 15 mobs in there. I don't know. It depends on how much mobs you want to put in there. And then obviously this little one here is just to tell you that you've crushed the mobs. So yes, so that bit's done. Let's get that bit up there, and then obviously run that there. Oh yep, that's it. Cool. I don't want to fall down there all the time. Cool. What should I do? Shall I bring that out one more so it's flush with the wall? Or I could still have it in there. Let me see. Well, because the glass is going to stick out, isn't it? So yeah, if I do that, we're going to walk in there anyway. So like that. So we'll see them come in anyway. So yeah, do I have it out one more? I might do. Yeah. I'll leave them there for now. So then yeah. So that's where they're going anyway. This is where the lights are going anyway. But what we're going to do, we're going to bring them one forward. So let me see if I've got any. Yep. There we go. So they're going to come one forward. So here we go. We'll put that in there. It could be like that. It doesn't really matter. Yeah. So we've got that bit done now. So where the water system is now, that's all complete. That's done. That's finished. So if we was to block this up and turn the lights off, the mobs, obviously, if they had water in here as well, they would come down here and they'd go all the way down, and they should drop down onto that. They should do. I'm hoping. So get this bit done. This bit there. That's where the water is. Yeah. Blah blah blah. Cool. So we have done that bit in there. So now all we've got to do is put glass. So what we're going to do, we're going to put glass in here. So it's a nice big sort of thick window. So that the window's going to stop about here. This is where the window will stop. So we're going to have a nice big window. I'm thinking maybe have it one shorter, because we don't need it that tall, do we? Right, so what we'll do, yeah, we'll make it one short, because that's just a bit too tall for me. There we go. That's it. That's better. So that's good. Like, so when you look through it, it's just going to be, you're not going to be able to see that. It's just going to be one thick glass. So we'll get on with that now. I'll put the water in, definitely. I'll definitely put the water in. Cool. And hopefully you know how to do the water trick where you can keep going with the water. So you just place one down, you place another one down, you grab it from the same spot and pull it onto the next one. And keep going across like this. That's how you do the water trick. Okay. So now what happens is that they're going to get pushed, like I'm getting pushed now. They'll come to here, they'll fall down, and then obviously we're going to have water here. Yeah, we'll have water here. So what we're going to do is if it does this, if it stops, all we do is just break it. Just break a line of the stone brick or whatever stone you're using. So then when they spawn, they will come down here. They'll hit this. They'll come up. And they'll get dragged along. All the way along. They'll keep going. Keep going because they automatically always jump, these mobs. So what will happen is, and they'll fall down. So they're in here. They can't go anywhere. They can't go back up there. I should have made it a little bit sort of further down on the ground, but never mind. They'll come along, go in here, and then obviously you get to kill them with a button. So what we want to eventually do is we want to be able to do this where a piston's going to come out of here. Piston's going to come out of there. It's going to crush them. So that it crushes them enough that we can just turn around and hit them with our fists and kill them. So you don't have to use like your swords or anything like that anymore. So at least then you can save your sword for adventuring outside. So that's what it's there for. So right, okay. So the water's done. The canal's done. So we've done all of that. The extra bit of the canal's done where we're going to drop them off is done. So yeah, I've got the lighting system there, which is cool. Yeah, you don't have to have the lighting system in here. It's the only reason I've put the lighting system in here is just so that sort of like I can come back in here at a later time and sort of like if I need to do anything extra, I can do that. Like if I want to change the flooring or anything like that, I've just got the lights in here for that. Yes, so hopefully I can go and get some glass and finish that bit off. So what I was thinking of doing as well is it's like putting sort of like a door around here somewhere. So when I do turn the lights on, I can come in here and sort all of that stuff out. So that's what I might do in a later date. So here we go. Look, see. It makes it one thick glass, which looks really cool. It does look cool. But yeah, I know. Sort of like it looks a bit sort of like off at the minute. Like obviously that wall's a bit longer than that wall, but what I'm gonna eventually do is shorten the walls down anyway, so they'll look the same, like symmetrical sort of thing. So yeah, it's here. Yeah, that's it. There we go. And there we go. See, it's just one thick glass. Oh, sorry. It scratched me nose and scared everyone to death. Ah! Right. Cool. So we've got that glass bit done now. So if I was to flick that switch off, I think quite a few mobs would spawn. I'm hoping they do. So yeah. Oh, we're doing so well. Well, you know, I am. I'm doing so well. Right, cool. So we have done the little canal bit where they're going to be dropped off. And I really hope that they actually do fall down there. I'm hoping they do. Right, cool. So the next bit on our agenda is to put in a sticky piston. So on the first episode, I told you what you will need. So obviously you should have a sticky piston by now. if you're doing this on creative, then hey ho, you've got a sticky piston already. Here we go. Right. So we want to put the sticky piston in. So today's episode, I want to be able to get. Let's just. What do I want to get done today? I want to start on a little bit of the redstone. So yeah, that's what I want to do today. So let me see. Oh, I've got enough glass. Right. So we want to put it. There. So it's got to be back one. Okay. If it's here and you pull it in, when you obviously press that button and push it, it'll basically push the glass out, and then obviously the mobs come out, and you don't want to do that. Seriously. Oh. I've been testing a few times on that stuff, and oh, it's annoying. Like you try and stop them, like beat them up, and they just keep coming and coming. It's annoying. So yeah, right. So that's in there. So we want to put the glass in here. So that's going to be pushed out. So obviously it crushes them for a little while. We're going to put a pressure plate on there. Don't worry about that. And we've got the sticky piston there, which is cool. Let me see where the I think it's there. I'm sure it's there. Is it? I'm sure it's that. I'm sure that's it. Yeah, that's where the piston's gonna go. I mean pressure plate. The heavy pressure plate's gonna go there. Sorry about that. My bad. Right. Okay. Cool. So that's where the pressure plate's gonna go. Get it right, Geeky. Cool. Let's just get that bit done first, so then obviously I know where it is. So this is where you need your comparator, whatever it is. There we go. And it's got to be facing outwards. So it's like, don't face it inwards, because that's a no-no, because it won't work otherwise. So then once you have your pressure plate there, as soon as something lands on the pressure plate, it will send a signal through this brick or block, and it'll be powering this comparator. And it will only give it enough sort of like energy to sort of like power the actual comparator. It won't be able to sort of like power anything else. I'll quickly show you. So here we go, look. It's not powering any of this redstone, because the signal's not strong enough. But as soon as you get like enough zombies or Mr. Zeds on there, what happens is that the signal strength gets stronger and stronger and stronger, and then obviously you get your acquired amount. So what happens is that we do oh, I need them things. So let's go and we need repeaters now. So we've got repeaters. Yep, that's what we need. So you get a repeater. So already we've put a comparator in, and then obviously there's a invisible pressure plate there. So it's been powered. So obviously the power's got to go all the way around here, and we want it to go into this first one here. Okay. So we put a repeater there, and then put a bit of redstone there. So I always sort of like put 2 repeaters there, because otherwise it takes ages, and I mean it takes ages for the light even to turn on. So then we can put another one. It just depends on your preference, on how many you actually want in this little thing. But I'm going to put one there. So then obviously it will probably give us about, I don't know, 10, 15, something like that, or 20. I don't know. I'll have to have a look and see what it gives us. So yeah. So that bit's okay. So across there. Let's just make sure it's okay. Yep. That's fine. I think I can take that one out. Yep, that's it. Cool. And let me fix this bit up, because that's it. Didn't look right. So hopefully, if I've got a redstone torch, I will show you what I mean. So the lamp should turn on once the power is on. So let me just show you. Right, so it's powered. Okay, so So if that's telling us that something's on there, that there's loads of mobs on there, so it's powering it fully. So we're going to go around here, and it shows us that there's something on the pressure plate, like there's a heavy amount on the pressure plate. So there, it's working. So always test, always test your stuff, because there's always going to be times where you do something and then you're like, what did I do? Because I'm always doing that. So yeah, it's just an advice. Oh, I hate it, you know, when you do stuff and it just, you want it to look nice. Well, it nice and tidy. Look at that. I say about keeping it nice and tidy, and I'll go and ruin it. There we go. And up there. Looks nice and tidy. So hopefully, I really hope that you're following along, which would be great. Yeah. So I'm sorry about like the lights and stuff, but hey ho, that's what I wanted to do. But you don't need them anyway. You really don't need them. So okay. I don't need this water anymore. Yes, I don't need the water. Cool. I was just thinking about it. I was like, do I actually need the water? No, Kiki, you don't need the water. Right. Oh, I can hear mobs already. Okay. Right. Cool. Food. I need foodage. Oh, that's quick. Right. Okay, so we have got that already. So obviously if they're standing on that pressure plate, it's going to send a signal here, turning that on. Okay, telling us that there's something in there. Right, so now we need to do... I don't know what the name's called for it, but I'll show you anyway. I'll show you. I'll try and show you. So I'm going to keep that in there. That's the only thing. The only thing with this is like I haven't got a clue what half of these things are called. I sort of like I copy them from other people on YouTube. That's what everyone does. So I copy someone, but the names, I can't get my head around the names that they say. Flippy, flip, flop, and oh, you know what I mean. Right, cool. So you put one hopper down, and you want to face the hoppers in towards each other. Okay. So they look like they're shaking hands. Yeah? Do you know what I mean? They're shaking hands. It's like, hello, my name's Hopper. What's your name? Well, my name's Hopper as well. Yeah. So we want to do is this. Obviously, you want to take out the bottom two here. Okay. And this is where your redstone torches are going to come in handy. Okay, so you put two along there. And what you want to do is you want to put a brick in, or any kind of brick or anything like that, as long as it's like that, like one in there. And that's going to sort of like, it's going to be able to sort of like do something in a minute, but I'm not that good at explaining. But yeah, you need this for the contraption anyway. So what happens is now that you need your comparators back out. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Probably not. Hey ho. Right, so you want to put a comparator there, and then you, because obviously look, it's telling us that there's something in the hopper, which is cool. And then obviously you put a repeater there because you want the signal to be, like to go further. Because if you didn't have one there, obviously the signal wouldn't get anywhere. There'd be literally no signal. Well, there's kind of a signal there. I don't know why. Let me see. There's not really a signal. It's not strong enough. Yeah, it's not that strong, but yeah, I'll put it there anyway. Yeah. So and obviously I think it goes here. Yep, I'm sure it does. We'll have a look. So it powers that, right? Okay. So that's the crusher one. So this is all going to be hooked up to like the crusher. Okay, and obviously we've got to do a timer for the button as well. So yeah, it's all fun and games. So yeah, this is like what will happen is I'm just going to try and run you through it, and as simple as I know. So obviously they're going to press the button, but I will press the button when there's enough mobs in there because the light will turn on. And then obviously over here it's going to come to a clock. So then obviously it sends like a signal out for, I don't know, about 10 seconds or something like that. However long you want, and it will send a signal out to this piston here, and it'll stay out for as long as you want. And then what will happen is it will send a signal as well over. We're gonna put a thingamajig over it where what happens is it will send the signal down to this line here, and it'll get onto a thingamajig where it sends a quick signal to, you know, a redstone torch. It will send a signal to a redstone torch because obviously there's two like that, and then there's a repeater in there, you know what I mean. And then obviously it'll quickly turn this off, which will turn that light off. Okay, I know that I'm probably confusing the hell out of everyone, but if you stick with me, we will get the thing done, and we will be able to sort of like make our first mob spawner. So yeah, I really hope that you can still follow along. I'll just like show you again what we done, just in case you want to sort of like copy it. You can always pause the video and sort of like see what I've done. So because I'm not like I'm terrible at explaining about redstone, so if I just make it and then sort of like, you know, you can pause the video as I go along, and then obviously you get to copy what I do. So yeah. And obviously what we want to do now is put a repeater going back into there with a bit of redstone there. And this is going to send a signal. So obviously once this little block has gone into there, it will reset this. So if I've got a button, yeah. So I'm hopefully it works now. There you go. See, it reset. So that's what it's going to do. Okay, and what will happen is we're going to have stuff running over the top of here, like redstone coming from that the sticky piston, and it will come here, and it will send a signal. Once that's finished, it will send a signal over to here, telling it that obviously it's done its job. It will send a signal over here, which will put this block back into here. See? Right? I probably got it wrong, but I'm giving it a go. Right, so we've got that bit done today. So yeah, I think we're doing good. We're doing good. So I think next episode I will try and get some extra bits of the redstone done, but obviously I'm not going to do any of it off of camera. I'm gonna do it on camera because otherwise it'll be confusing otherwise. So yeah, thanks for watching my video, and stay tuned. Okay, cheers, bye, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye. Has he gone yet? No, he's still watching us. Goodbye.